Well, wow, I am super de-duper honored to have my all-time favorite musician slash singer, most amazing person ever, here with me. So all you music fans, listen up, because Stevie has a bit of experience in the industry. Stevie Wonder. Yep, that's right. That's who's here in my studio today. And what an honor it is to have you here on behalf of the Get Your Groove On radio station. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Of course, of course. Well, when we're here in LA, this is my station. Therefore, I am very thrilled to be here as well.
Oh, well, folks, you heard it. He doesn't just got good taste in music. He's even got good taste in radio stations. Oh, Stevie. Well, let's dive right in, Mr. Wonder. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to hear you answer some of my questions. First of all, I find it very amusing that you actually had a hit single at the age of 13. Oh my goodness, this might be some major news to some people.
Well, yes. In fact, my musical career and journey seems to just have always been. I had a major hit, Fingertips. It was called a 1963 single taken from a live recording of a Motortown Revue performance. The song features me on vocals, bongos, and harmonica. And a young Marvin Gaye on drums. It was a #1 hit on the U.S. pop and R&B charts.
Oh, well, that's incredible, don't you know?
Oh, yeah!
It actually launched you first into public consciousness. Well, probably my favorite album of all times has to actually be Innervisions. Such a fascinating project. Well, what were some musical elements used in this album, and how did they contribute to the character of the album?
Well, this album was recorded in the classic period of my day. The album deals with real-life themes and issues such as love and anger management and even politics. The grooves are pretty simple in the album with quite powerful and passionate vocals.
Oh, yes, Stevie. He can sing, listeners. He can sing, this man. And you know what, don't you know? The canvas of this album stretches from the tough realities of the ghetto streets to transcendent joy of spiritual acceptance.
We love you, Lord.
Each rendered with an original, unique musical palette. The feel is a little more jazz and funk, I think. The result is simply glorious pop music, uplifting sound and message. The majority of the 9 songs on Stevie Wonder's Innervisions talk of real-life issues and themes. The song Golden Lady, oh, it's a good one, is a wonderful love song.
Indeed, it's a very smooth-sounding song. The melody line in the song allows the listener to feel the way I feel about this lady. The song All Is Fair in Love is another love ballad. The groove is very simple, and the vocals are very dynamic. The melody line is very passionate. The entire album has quite a passion to the vocals because the album deals with dramatic real-life themes.
Well, you know what, Stevie? I think we should take a listen to that song.
I think that's a great idea. See, do you like that groove?
Don't you know it, Stevie? Don't you know it? I mean, that song is a beautiful song. This album seems very real to you, also making it so real to its listeners. What is the message and character of this album as a whole that you would like to get across to your listeners?
The whole message of this album seems to be caution. I wanted to warn the black community to be aware of their own fighting, strive for improvement, and take matters into their own hands. But this is all against the backdrop of the harsh social realities of America in 1973. And nowhere does this conflict hit home more than in my song, Living for the City. This is a raw piece of modern blues where I played every instrument. The message of urban struggle resonates even more strongly now than it did 30 years ago.
Well, I mean, that just sounds like an amazing song. I mean, it's always been a favorite of mine, but hearing that just makes me think it's more amazing. Let's hear that.
Do you like that?
I do, don't you know? I really do. Absolutely amazing is how I really feel. I mean, Mr. Wonder, you are just so talented. The technology you used in this album is quite extraordinary. In fact, it actually inspired other artists to use it as well. As with many of your albums, the lyrics, composition, and production are almost entirely your own work, with the synthesizer used prominently throughout the album. This instrument was common among musicians of the time because of its ability to construct a complete sound environment. Tell us more, Mr. Wonder. I mean, I think the listeners would so rather listen to you talk.
Well, I think you know more than I do about myself.
Oh, don't you know?
I was actually the first black artist to experiment with this technology on a mass scale, and Innervisions was hugely influential in the future of black music.
Yes, well, you know, it was actually your urging that led Raymond Kurzweil to create the first electronic synthesizer, it says here, and that realistically reproduced the sounds of orchestras, and that is certainly a major accomplishment. I mean, those words mean nothing to me, Mr. Wonder, because I'm just a radio host, but let me just tell you, I'm sure it had way more of an impact than you could have ever dreamed. Also in this album, you were very hands-on, don't you know? Folks, Stevie Wonder actually played every instrument on almost all 9 of the songs on the Innervisions album. Oh my lordy, oh my Lanta. That is the true talent right there. A one-man band. Speaking of the impact you have had, there are quite a bit of artists that say if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be them. I'm pretty witty, aren't I? These artistic abilities from the artists include Tupac, Will Smith, Coolio, Snoop Dogg, Kirk Franklin, I think he loves Jesus, Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, Babyface, Donald Jones, Jermaine Jackson, Janet Jackson, Luther Vandross, NSYNC, Glenn Lewis, Drew Hill.
Yeah, so a lot of people.
And Boyz II Men, I mean, I love them. That is quite a list, Mr. Wonder.
Yes, it certainly is, and I almost can't even believe it until I hear it from their own mouths, you know? But really, how honored I am that I can inspire new generations of music. It is a great privilege that I will certainly never take for granted. Inspiration is a great thing, and I certainly wouldn't be who I am without the inspiration from all the Motown at the time I grew up.
So humble. Well, you are quite an inspiration, Mr. Stevie Wonder. And if you have inspired me to just simply love music more, little old me, I mean really, more than I already do, you let nothing hold you back.
Honey, I think not being able to see a thing has motivated me so much more than if I could. I didn't have to prove anything to anybody, but I had dreams, and I wasn't going to let anybody, or anything, or any disability stand in my way.
Oh, Mr. Wonder, you amaze me. You certainly have let nothing hold you back. Your influence on the world and music goes beyond words. I mean, don't you know? I must read this incredible article about the things you have done. A prominent figure in popular music during the latter half of 20th century, Wonder has recorded more than 30 U.S. top 10 hits. He has won a Lifetime Achievement Award. He has also won an Academy Award for Best Song and been inducted into both the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He has also been awarded the Polar Music Prize. American music magazine Rolling Stone named him the 9th greatest singer of all time.
Only the 9th?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yes, I'm still a happy man. I'm a very happy man. And I mean,
I was not to interrupt you, Mr. Wonder, but I must mention the fact that you currently hold 22 Grammy Awards, don't you know? You currently hold the most for any male musician ever. Extraordinary. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Wonder.
Thank you for having me. Just give me a call next time, and I would be back here any day.
Well, that is me signing off from, my little radio station. And we will see you later, listeners. Keep it groovy, as Stevie would say. Hit a high note for us, Wonder Man. That was beautiful.